Welcome back to Toho 8 Imperishable Night. Today, we're not doing the lunatic episode yet because there is another wrinkle in this game that Sun added because he was like, haha, funny. And for the most part, he was funny. For one part, he sucked. Anyways, spell practice, which is a feature we haven't really looked at yet because it was only in Toho 7 beforehand and I didn't really need it. So we have all the stages here, like the different stage 4, stage 6s, extra, but we also have Last Word. These are special spell cards for each character, playable included, that have certain gimmicks to them that are like more or less quirky little challenges, little puzzles you can solve to capture them. There's nothing you can get out of this except bragging rights, but I thought since we're gonna be covering Toho 8 in extent, I'll be capping them all. And I did it! Except for one of them, which is Reimu's Fantasy Nature, as you can see over here. Thankfully, Tess came in clutch and capped that for me, so we'll see all of them capped. And yeah, guess with that, let's jump right in. I got all the replays ready to go, so we'll just have a cheeky look and get it going. Starting off with Wriggle's spell, Unseasonal Butterfly Storm. This one, I already forgot how most of these went, but yeah, this one seems pretty simple, just a bit mean, because it like really wants to like scooch you to one side, so you kind of have to watch out a lot and like do some fiddling. But with the Rainbow Shot type, which is what I've been capping all these spells with, it's not too bad. Next up, we got Mystia's Last Word, Blind Nightbird. Also not too bad. She starts off with some aim bursts and then just some bullets. You just gotta remember that the blue arrowheads are always aimed directly at you when she starts shooting, so you can just kind of scooch over as soon as she starts firing. Not too bad, but still pretty fun. As you can see, most of these did not take that many attempts, so I wasn't struggling with a lot of these, so I'm glad. Next is Kaine with Emperor of the Land of the Rising Sun. Did take a lot of attempts, but this one is a bit of a teaser. This is streaming deluxe, as I like to call it. You really don't want to move too far to the sides, with these lasers always setting up, and the butterflies, the red ones, always aimed at you. But they're so slow, they fill the screen. It's a bit of a mess, but with the homing of Run here, we're able to do some chip damage before we get under her, do some good damage, and then we have to go to the other side. I think I do end up doing some, like, funky movements here. Yeah, there we go. Which is fine, it's fine. It's not too bad, like, it's not too fast. The lasers are just a bit tight, which is really the only problem. Whoa, okay, what am I doing there? Oh, nice. Now we got Raisin with Stare of the Hazy Phantom Moon. Lunatic Red Eyes. This one I actually really like. It took a couple attempts, but it's very cool. You gotta like squeeze through the big balls, through the Mentos to scoot up high enough to get through the bullets, through gunshot bullets, so they don't hit you on their way on back. It's a very like interesting motion you have to do for this spell, and I actually quite enjoy it. This was like when I started to like really get into the last words, because I'm like, oh, this is really clever. This is like an actual fucking puzzle, and like a really neat approach to like doing a spell card. I really enjoy this one. Was a bit tricky to get the groove going, but once you do, it's awesome. Now we have Iron with Heaven Spider's Butterfly Capturing Web. You like lasers? Here's lasers! Yeah, this one's pretty cool visually. Probably not the one I'll be using for the thumbnail though, but yeah. It's all about just getting into the laser gaps and then hoping that the fucking bullets don't hit you. But with Raymond Yukari's small box, we should not have too many troubles here. And we can like do easy like small tap adjustments to not get hit that badly. It's also again a pretty fun spell. I quite enjoy this motherfucker. Kaguya has Tree Ocean of Horai. This one was a bit of a teaser. This one has you do some really weird spinning around the center, which is hella funky. It took me a couple of attempts to actually get the groove going first and foremost. Because then you gotta look do this fucking squeeze, and then she starts shooting at you. It's a whole process, let me be real. It's really, really funky. But I did actually end up kinda liking it once I actually got the hang of it. So, you know, it's not too bad, just you need to like actually figure out what the fuck you gotta do. Now for Moku with Phoenix Rebirth. This one was extremely underwhelming, I'll be honest. She just shoots a lot of Phoenix bursts with some kunai mixed in. There were like different waves and speeds, and like really the kunai are the bigger trouble here, because you just gotta like weave through a bit of like overlapping waves while streaming Phoenix bullets. It's I was actually really underwhelmed by this one. Like, it only took me 3 attempts. Kinda sad. Sorry, Moku. Maybe we'll get next time. Now here we have Tay with Ancient Duper. Yeah, she actually has a spell card cut in. This one took me a couple tries to actually figure out how to do. You wanna have the sweet spot of right below her, but not too below or too high. And then you just wanna do some really quick shimmying left and right to dodge the super fast blue bullet burst. Honestly, once I got into this one, I actually this might be one of my favorite ones off the batch. This one is awesome. It's so deceivingly simple. Beast kinda also has one, Total Purification. It's pretty much just her second mid-boss spell in extra, just faster, and she fires a lot more bubble bullets in a burst, and this one almost took me 40 attempts. This one was rough, but yeah. This one was really funky. Oh god. Yeah, I was kind of getting mad at this one, and it's kind of lazy, so no points for you there, Beast Kaine. Your other spell was better. You were better when you're a human, man. Now we're getting to the playable characters. This is Reimu with Fantasy Nature. This one took me over 100 attempts and I still couldn't cap it. So here's Tess's replay with Marissa. Solo Marissa, actually. Showing you how to maybe cap it. I don't know. He was pretty spastic the whole way through. But yeah, this whole spell is just a fucking RNG nightmare. If she moves too far down, you just get walled in the last like few waves because they overlap, and it's a whole fucking thing. Like, just look at this shit. It's ridiculous. I always ended up dying like right at the end, which was really frustrating. I don't like this spell a lot. Yeah, look at this shit. Thank you, Tess. Here we have Marissa with Blazing Star, another timeout last word. This one is deceivingly simple, not easy. You just misdirect Marissa to the left and right, dodge the stars as they scatter after a while, and don't get hit by the big Master Spark coming out of her pussy. Yeah, I don't know. This one, it's not the most interesting or cool, but I guess it's a very Marissa kind of spell, if you know what I mean. The end is a bit tricky with all the stars around, but it's doable. Now we have Sakuya with Deflation World. Honestly, a really cool visual here. So to dodge this, you just want to slowly move to the side as she is firing the last couple knife bursts, so that you don't end up in the line of fire of the knives as they start expanding through time and space. It's hard to explain what the fuck she's even doing, but it's a really cool spell idea. Just a bit tricky to like understand what's even happening and how to like get through it, but yeah, Sakuya, good on you. You did a cool time stopping spell. And hey, you get a lot of grace, so good on you. But I think that should have wrapped that one. Oh, come on. It's always scary. There you go. Yomu with Matsuya Reflecting Satellite Slash. If you look at my cap rate, yeah, I kept this on my second attempt. The first was just me looking what this even was. This one is just sad. It's just you scoot to the side, dodge the arrowheads while everything's slow, and just keep shooting her. This one, it's sad. It's really sad. I feel bad for Yomu here. Poor girl. Poor girl. Does take a moment to cap actually because of the time slowing, but yeah, it's... yeah. Poor girl. Here we have Alice with the Phantom of the Grand Gynaal. Oh, if that's how I pronounce it, but this one is... I don't know, this one, you really need some godlike fucking reflexes for this one. Especially once she starts, like, finishing her Rise wave and then just does this shit. Why is there to dodge some of the residual Rise? It's... I don't know about this one. This one's kinda very tricky and a bit icky. But, oh well, I did it, so whatever. Just really need some real fiddling here. But it's doable. Next up, Remelia with Scarlet Destiny. This one's interesting. It gets really tough towards the end though. You gotta just kinda get lucky at that moment. So, starting off it's pretty simple, but you already know the station. The knives are getting faster and faster and faster, and it just won't fucking stop. It gets really ridiculous, at which point you just kinda have to blindly dodge and hope you dodge them. It's, yeah. Didn't take too many attempts, surprisingly, but yeah. A bit tricky, that. Now we have Yuyuko with Saigyoji Pairi Nirvana. It's kind of like a reflowering spell from PCB, just with bullets going back and then forwards again, so it's like a lot more like meshed together. It's really tricky, but not too bad. Again, you just kind of need to hope you don't end up in the wrong lane and just do it properly. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, and you just win. And now for the grand finale, Yukari with Profound and Marco Barrier, Phantasm, Foam, and Shadow. This is, well, the start is at least just her final spell card from the Phantasm stage in Touhou 7, Perfect Cherry Blossom. So, you can actually just stand still for the first wave, which is hilarious. But now we have to move. So, since I already knew how to dodge the first part of this was just kind of tedious. And then I just had to learn the last couple new attacks that she throws in afterwards. Which is why the attempts aren't that high, but the attempts were long, because this is a long-ass spell card. I actually did cheat a bit here by looking up how to cap it in advance, so I didn't have to sit through this shit too often. But that's what it is. Like, I'm pretty sure the code of this is literally just copy-pasted from PCB. Like, this is eerily similar. That is just tacked on at the end. I don't know. Weird. Alright, then this one is you stay in the middle, as always. And then you just wait for it to come to you, and then you do this. You don't have to slow down to help you this time though, which is mean. But hey, time for the new stuff! Now we have cards. Why? I don't know. Already like a funky pattern emerges here. And you already have to do a really funky dodge here, like then I go to the middle. Yeah, kinda. And then you just kinda have to trust yourself to stay here. And then kinda move outwards so you can actually dodge. Like here, and then middle again. Yeah. Again, just stay in the middle, trust it. I would not trust this, but you gotta. And now you just gotta move a bit outwards to dodge this shit, then stay outwards and just tap dodge to a side in the gap and get through. And finally, stay in the middle, scooch outside, and just relish in the fact that you kept all the last words with us. See you next time on the Lunatic episode.